Hello and welcome to the Seattle Bird Podcast. I'm your host, Leo. A recent episode of this podcast featured an interview with Ed Dominguez, lead naturalist at Seward Park Audubon. For all the context, listen back to that episode. Without further ado, here's Ed Dominguez on the owls of Seattle.
Yeah, Leo, here in the Seattle area, we have three fairly large owls that you can see with some regularity. We have the great horned owl, which is the largest owl west of the Cascades. They run about 22 inches to 2 feet long, a big broad wingspan of up to 46 inches, and they have feather tufts on top of their head that they use for communication. They look like ears, but they're not related to hearing at all. These big owls will be in green belts and forested areas, sometimes even neighborhoods if there's a lot of greenery in the neighborhood. Next, we have the barred owl. The barred owl is a medium-sized owl, 20 inches long, still a big broad wingspan of 44 inches. Barred owls are real omnivores. They do a great job of eating rats and mice, pests, but sometimes they're also good at getting reptiles and amphibians, even moths, insects. And they're all over our forested area. It's probably the most widespread owl in our area because they're very good at living in populated areas as well as forest areas. And then we have the barn owl. The barn owl is a very unique looking white owl with a heart-shaped face. They're a little smaller. They average 17 to 18 inches long. Still a wingspan that's quite broad, 42 inches. And they also do a great job on keeping pesky rodents populations at bay, since we are overrun with Norway rats and black rats and roof rats. I like to say, you can keep them out of your house, and if you can do that, you're doing good, because they're going to be in your yard, they're in my yard, they're everywhere. But owls do a good job of keeping them, their population somewhat limited, as do our urban coyotes. So those are the three owls that we have in the greatest abundance and frequency here in Seattle. As you move out to more of the foothills like the Sammamish Plateau, you can get some smaller owls like the northern pygmy owl, the northern saw-whet owl, small owls, and sometimes the western screech owl.